Good afternoon, today's video. Today we have a bit of a special one, as you can probably tell. And there's not just one of these, by the way, there's going to be two. So expect this to be quite funny. Welcome to Dumbest Dogfights. This isn't a special series or anything, this is just something that came up and, well, I'm sorry if I don't include this sort of crap. It's like, why would I not bother? So, for context, I was respading every single aircraft that needed to be respaded. Obviously, you would have seen the G6 Erla already. That was one of the aircraft that was obviously done. But we did have some stinkers along the way, and one of them being the He-111 H-3. Now, I am very confused as to why this aircraft is up at 2.3. I would heavily suspect it's because this thing just climbs to space, drops 8 250s on bases and airfields, and does it in a 4-man squad, and then they just win the game off of that. That's my assumption, or just German teams early on are just having insane win rates, and this aircraft is partly the responsibility for that. But, yeah, in Dumbest Dogfights, this is just going to be something that I do every so often if I have a really stupid dogfight that I should not win, but I somehow win. Or just in general. Yeah, I think the Dumbest Dogfights parts gives it away. So, I was out in the He-111 H-3 with, I believe, Sir Flying Faultier, and we were just respading and just minding our own business and just being normal. However, a flock of DB7s decide to attack my He-111 H-3, which, back in the day, if that would have happened, this thing would have been dead, but this thing has had a couple of changes which help it out. And then later on in the match, we engage a P400. And I don't mean with gunners. We engage him in a dogfight, which is pretty stupid, but, you know, it's something, I guess. Like, I'm sorry, just remembering this match is just ridiculous in itself. But in terms of what changes I mean, the 111H3 and all the other 111s did receive some additional machine guns across the aircraft, so this machine gun can actually point upwards to help out. This one can as well, and then the side gunners can even get involved as well. But it's had a couple of changes, and obviously it's had a newer model, which looks really nice over the last couple of years or so. But obviously, that's not why we're here. We are here to just laugh, and trust me, you're going to love this. So, let's jump to the battle, and let's see what happened in Dumbest Dogfights with the 111H3. I'll see you in just a moment. And welcome to the most interesting match I've had in the 111 ever, pretty much. So, as you can tell, I've dropped my bombs, and that DB7 just in front of us, this guy over here, yeah, he's coming for us. Now, this isn't where the dogfight begins, but I wanted to just throw this part in because of how dumb this was. I shouldn't have won this, but, yeah. Let's just see what happens. Obviously, I know what happens, but that's not the point. So I obviously start laying into the DB7 and set one of his engines on fire. Now, the DB7 does have EFS, so he will put that out. But that's why I'm now going to target something else. Now, the tracer looks like it's shooting in the sky. It's not. It's shooting at the DB7. I set the other engine on fire, which he also has to extinguish. And now he has no engines. Yeah, good luck getting back to base now, my friend. DB7's aggressively pulling up here to try and get shots on. My gunners are working overtime to try and get shots on the DB7. And, well, with only 7.92 MG15s, you're not doing a huge amount of damage unless you're specifically targeting modules. And we're just pouring on the pain now, trying to get some shots on. But the DB7's doing damage as well, we are taking hits. But we have friendlies coming in to help us. But that DB7 doesn't look good, does he? Both his engines are struggling, it looks like. And a teammate is coming in to clean him up. But there's the P400, I believe it's him, who we get stuck in with later. And, yeah, this match is just going to be absolutely stupid. like, I've played War Thunder for a long time now, as many of you already know, but, like, it's not very often you get something this stupid. So, yeah, I honestly don't know. So the DB7 over to the right is going to crash, and this DB7 bins it, trying to pull out of a dive. So that's kill number 1 there, and that'll soon be kill number 2 on the other DB7. And there he goes. Now, for context, Fortier is playing a stock RE2002. But he'll be alright. He'll soon get to witness anyway the stupidity that was this dogfight. One of the machine gun I forgot to point out that was actually added is there's actually a machine gun in the upper part of the He-111's nose, which can actually shoot up quite far, which is useful, but it's got quite limited arc from what I've obviously been able to determine. And while I'm assisting my team in trying to help out the P400, but I don't get any hits on it, so there goes him. And, well, now it's time to get to the funny part. So I'm going to jump ahead. I thought I'd just fly around, see if I can do some stuff and just, well, answer Discord messages, chat with Fortier, and just really, like, just do normal things, really. But that's when the P400, where we're going to have our little dumbest dogfight, is going to come in. Now, in a maneuvering fight, the P400 should absolutely trounce a He-111. The 111 has pretty okay control for a medium bomber, but it shouldn't be beating a P400. Like, yeah, the P400 is not a great plane, but yeah. Obviously, I'm trying to get on the gunners at the same time, and well, as you can tell, this guy's airspeed is rather low. I'm turning inside of him in a He-111. It's not very often you can go aggressive in a plane like this due to the weak armament for the most part. But when you can, you get moments like this. And I mean, when's the last time you saw someone dogfighting with a He-111 on the deck on El Alamein doing stupid stuff like this? I mean, it doesn't happen often. So it does take me a few minutes to get some shots in. Obviously, shot there into the wing, which does do some damage and starts a fuel leak. But the problem is the rudder of the He-111 is probably its weakest control surface. So trying to get actual shots on is pretty tricky with the nose gun that I mentioned that's sticking upwards. But slowly but surely we are pouring damage on, getting hits in, and eventually we are going to win this fight. What this P400 probably should have done is try to extend. He will outrun the 111 H-3 very easily, but he's continuing the fight to try and get shots on me. And yeah, this was just stupid. Fortier was even saying, how is this guy losing this fight? And, well, I honestly don't know. Even Fortier, bless him, offered to come down instead of intercepting the DB3 because he thought I needed help. And I said, no, this guy's completely fine. Don't worry about him. There's an engine crit. So now he's really done for. The MG-15's landed in his engine block. His engine fails, and he plants it into a sand dune for kill number 3. And yes, I walked away pretty much unscathed. I mean, we've got some wounded crew members, but I think this is going to definitely be one that Hans can tell the grandkids, that's for sure. That's if he decides to. But I hope you enjoyed seeing that. That was rather dumb, and I was like, Fortier, I'm so unhappy I'm not recording this right now. And he said, well, just record the replay like you usually used to, and I thought, yeah, might as well. If you want me to save any more clips or like replays that are like this, let me know, because this sort of thing is funny and every so often it does come up, so just let me know really. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the He-111 H-3 in Dumbest Dogfights, and I will see you all on the next one.